Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. Happy hump day. I hope you guys are ready for the weekend because it is almost here. Rocking out whatever goals, hopes, plans, dreams, ambitions you have for this week and are currently making it happen. Couple of quick updates before we get started here. I have launched officially a weight loss course for beginners. It is an online digital course for download. Discover 5 little known secrets on how to lose weight. If you or somebody you know of is interested in dropping a few pounds, now that we are officially winding down 2021, it is November, almost the end of the year. New Year's resolutions, the number one New Year's resolution is to lose weight. So if somebody you hear talking about it, definitely send them over my way. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with the initial launch, and I'm super excited to get it out there. I know that it is going to make people's days and lives. Second, the free product of the month this month is laurel leaf oil, which is the prominent oil in the Easy Air blend. A couple of usage tips for the laurel leaf oil. It's soothing to the skin. Add a couple drops into your moisturizer. Place a couple drops into your morning shower to promote an aroma of confidence, clarity, and courage. Use for a soothing massage that is invigorating to the senses. And pair with lemon essential oil. Add a few drops to a spray bottle and use as a natural surface cleaner. So definitely, if you or somebody you know of is interested in free stuff, especially that helps you in every aspect of your life, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Next, Douglas Fir Oil. 15% off this month only. I love actually when they do this because it's normally only 10% off. And this month they're doing 15% off. 15% off this oil. Free product of the month that's not normally for resale. Oh my goodness, what a great time to be alive. Douglas Fir Oil is actually one of my favorite oils to put on my mask when I put my face on to go out. It's very calming, relaxing, woodsy. Think walking through the forest. Douglas Fir is also prominent Christmas tree oil, or it's Christmas tree. So, you know, if that makes you think of Christmas, definitely another benefit to it. So if you or somebody you know of is interested in calming oils, in learning a little bit about how to calm your senses, especially nowadays, right? Definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Last one. 20% off select enrollment collections this month. If this is a great time. If you or somebody you know of is interested in essential oils, is or has been, right, in essential oils, living a less toxic lifestyle, how to reduce toxic load in your lifestyle, how to live a more natural, alternative lifestyle, this is definitely a time that you want to explore these options. 20% off, save yourself some money, select enrollment collections, so definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you, I'll definitely go through which collections are best for your specific situation. That's actually the one great thing about the collections, the enrollment collections, is they're specific to every situation, right? So if you think your situation is, is an anomaly, or it's unique to only you, definitely come and talk to me, and I will promise you we can find you a kit to match your lifestyle. All right, that's where I'm going to cut that off. I promise you there is so much more going on over here. I could keep going on and on and on, but I won't. I promise I won't. Like I said, what a great time to be alive. I'm telling you. Tina said that normally they do BOGOs around this time. Oh, I'm super excited. Next month is free frankincense. Oh, man. I'm telling you. All right. Okay. Deep breaths. Woosah. All right. So, today, what I wanted to talk a little bit about was yesterday I talked a little bit about how I deal with, body discomfort, aches and pains after a long, hard day, right? We, every once in a while we lift things that are, we lift them awkwardly, or we're just trying to do things quickly to get out of the office early. I know I'm the worst for that. At my work, sometimes we can leave a little bit early, so I'm running around trying to move as fast as I can, right? But that leads to, discomfort later on in the day. But today what I wanted to talk about is how I have energy to deal with life after work, because that can be it, right? For me, I will just a little bit about my story in particular. I work 10 hours every day. And then if I'm following, the general guideline for the people that decide that it's healthy for us, they recommend that we get about 7 to 9 hours of sleep, right? That's where we get that 8-hour, mark from, quote unquote, if you will. So for me, right, if I'm doing all that, that's about 18 hours out of my day that I already have accounted for. So, and then out of 24 hours, right, minus 18, I only have 6 hours left in the day to get everything that I need to accomplish. So, I mean, to say that I need energy at the end of the day, to say that I need, a little quote-unquote pick-me-up is the understatement of the year, because I promise you that, especially at my job, right? I work in an auto factory, and we put parts on cars all day. So as much as maybe it's not the hardest job in the world, sometimes it's very monotonous and boring, and it can be really tedious and the same repetitive thing over and over. It can really weigh on your mental stability, right? So that's where I wanted to come on and just give some tips that help me. It's not the easiest thing to have energy when you get home, and it's definitely not the easiest thing to try and accomplish every single thing that you need to accomplish when you get home after, a long, hard day, or even if it wasn't a hard day, right? A long day can be mentally taxing on you, and the last thing you want to do when you get home is everything that you need to do, right? What? Cooking, cleaning, laundry, hockey practice, soccer practice, dance recital, right? Then you still got to find time for yourself, right? Some Zen mode for yourself, maybe watch a TV show, shower, still need to shower, all that fun stuff, right? And then we need to get at least what we can prepared for the next day. So that's what I mean, right? To say that we need energy, we need that, quote unquote second win, second boost when we get home is a complete understatement. So that's where I want to come on, give some tips that help me to sort of have a little bit more energy when I get home to accomplish the ththings that I do. For me, I have very little amounts of time as is, so I need to be as energized and to be as focused as human as I possibly can, right? So, without further ado, I guess I got some tips that help me, right? Hopefully they help you too. Hopefully you get some value out of this. And who knows, maybe you use one or two of these in your own life. Come back, let me know that they were super amazing and they rocked out your world. You were so energized. You got everything you needed to accomplish. Or the opposite, right? I love to talk. Come and chat with me. So, the number one thing that I do throughout the day in order to have energy is I eat protein throughout the day, right? Protein is considered a macronutrient, and what that means basically is that your body consumes a lot of it. There's a word I'm looking for, but your body needs to consume an excess amount of it, right? It needs a lot more protein in your life than anything else, with the exception of water. Water, I believe us as people, we are made up of about 60% water, give or take. So I mean, right away, right? Over the 50% threshold, we need more water than anything else in our day. But protein is a really great nutrient to get into your life, right? There's a plethora of benefits, but just a few off the top of my head. It helps send signals to your brain telling you that keeping you full for longer, right? So when we get those midday gargles in our body, and we're trying to find just some little thing, it can be very easy for us to go to the vending machine, right? Pick up some chips and and a can of pop. The problem with that is that's just empty calories, right? Your empty calories, sugar, carbs, all of the gross kind of stuff that doesn't do your body any good is what you're putting into it. And on top of the fact that you're consuming, don't quote me, I don't know off the top of my head, but you're consuming between the two of those about 600 calories and somewhere in the range of 50 grams of sugar. And so that, as much as 50 grams of sugar is going to make you go, woo, that crash is going to be real hard, and that's actually not doing any benefit to yourself at all. So protein actually helps keep you full for longer, and that way it helps keep your energy levels up, right? It helps keep your brain, pumping oxygen at an optimal level. That's the word I'm looking for. But a couple other things about protein, right? Protein, it helps give you energy, right? It helps blood transfer around your body, right? So it helps in every aspect of it. As much as, maybe it doesn't do anything, quote unquote, for you right then, what it does is it's just helping your body do all of the processes that it has to. Like I mentioned, protein is a macronutrient, so your body needs an immense amount of that on a daily basis, and it helps with every aspect of your life: brain health, heart health, moving blood cells around the body, sending signals from your brain to the rest of your body to let you know what's going on, sending signals to your brain to let you know that you're not actually hungry, right? You're just you're misguided. You need a certain specific direction, right? So that's really one of the things that I do throughout the day. It's not really a thing that I do kind of at the end of the day. I do that throughout the day. Eat the protein. I eat a nice protein breakfast, normally some eggs. And then for lunch is definitely protein, chicken of some sort, pork, something like that, right? And then throughout the day, right, we're snacking also, because we don't want to deprive ourselves of food. We want to actually be eating more. That's one of the things that you can find more than anything, is that if you're low on energy, chances are you're not eating enough throughout the day, right? But we want to go with protein foods, right? One of the things actually that blew my mind completely was broccoli. A serving of broccoli has about, give or take, the same amount of protein as a serving of steak. And I can promise you there is a heck of a lot less calories in a serving of broccoli than there is in a serving of steak. So, right, that's just a great way to help keep you full for longer, which will in turn help give you energy throughout the day, as opposed to just hitting your peaks, highs, and lows. Number 2 thing, work out. There's the old song, right? I work out, yeah. Working out is a great way, and exercising is it's just it's really like a cheat code way, right? To help not only give you more energy, because when you're exercising, your heart's pumping, you're getting the blood flowing, you're going and you're giving her and everything, but it's also that double-edged sword, right? It helps calm you down at the end of the night so that you get that nice relaxing sleep, right? It's one of those things where if we as people, we're not meant to just go all day and then at the end of the night just flip our switch and turn off and go to bed, right? We need to have that calm down time. We need to have that relaxing ability. And that's where, working out is just a great way to help not only give you energy, for the time being, but it helps work you out over time so that, eventually you get really tired, you get more tired, not really tired, you get more tired than you would if you were to just, if you were to just try and, just go to sleep, getting home, eating, watching TV, and then all of a sudden you're just trying to go to sleep, right? Maybe it works for you, but for the majority of us, right, it's not always the easiest thing to just go to sleep. Sometimes we need that wind down, right? Working out for me, I love doing this when I get home, especially from day shift, right? For me, we switch every 2 weeks, days to nights, right? So for me, for day shift, I wake up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, right? So I need some sort of second boost, second wind, some sort of energy booster, and that's where working out for me, I love doing that. We've got a bike right here that I actually set up, and when it's conveniently located, so where I can actually watch TV while I'm riding on the bike, right? And I can set it to different settings to where it's, more or less pressure, and I can give myself a nice little workout just on the bike, right? But that's just, that's just the base of it. I also do the weights. I would very much suggest weightlifting in general. It just helps build muscle mass. It helps your body just, it helps release those endorphins in your brain, right? The chemicals, the dopamine and the serotonin, I believe it is, the feel-good chemicals that get released from your body, and that's what exercising does to you, right? So the more you exercise, it's a really weird thing, but the more you exercise, the better you feel. As much as during the moment, it doesn't feel the greatest. I'll give you that. Number 3, music. Music makes you lose control. Yes, it does. Yes, it really does. This one is really like a cheat code right here, because this is kind of one of those things where you can't help, right? Just tell me. I would really like to be wrong on this one, right? But when your favorite song comes on the radio, or when you're listening to your headset and your favorite song comes on, or it's Next or whatever, you can't help it, right? You drop everything you do just to make sure that you're ready to rock out for that song. And at that current moment, for that 3, 4, 5 minutes, however long that song is, nothing else in the world matters. And it's a great way to help you forget about the whole everything, right? The day, the week, your problems, your trials, your tribulations, right? When that song comes on, when your type of music comes on, you just can't help but, get rid of all of the thoughts in your life. You can't help it. You just want to listen to that song. Not only do you want to listen to it, but you want to rock out to it. You want to jam out to it. Even if you know like 3 words in that whole song, you better believe that once those 3 words come on, you're going to nail it like nobody's ever nailed it in their life, right? So this is really an easy way to help pump you up. And music can be used in every aspect, right? You can use music to pump you up. You can use music to calm you down. You can use music to help you focus. You can use music to help you concentrate, right? You can use music to pump you up to work out, to help you want to dance around. And I promise you, right? If you don't think that dancing is a form of exercise, you are very wrong. And I promise you that that dancing around to your favorite song and rocking out is most definitely a form of exercise, because I promise you that you're going to feel, at the very least out of breath right at the end of it if you're rocking out as hard as you should be. But music is that's a really easy way for me when I come home at the end of a long day and, I've been awake for 12, 13, 14 hours and I'm really reaching that point where I don't know anymore. A good jam session with some music is a great way to help pump me up in that moment. Just to give me a little bit extra, right? Anything we can do the night before to help make our wake up that much easier is so welcome. Trust me, for me, I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. Sometimes I can push it till 4. But if I push it any later than that, I'm screwed, right? So anything that I can do to make my life a little bit easier in the morning, that's just a total welcome sign. Throwing on some music, that gives me a little bit more energy, gives me a little bit more excitement to want to, right? Number 4, find a hobby. Whatever it is, right? Play sports, play the drums, learn to sing, learn a new language, puzzles. Tina has been on a puzzle kick as of lately, and I'm not going to lie, some of them look really good, but that's it, right? A hobby is a great way to help take your mind off of the general hustle and bustle of life, right? We live very, very busy on-the-go lifestyles, and it can be very hard for us to to find time to do something else, right? And it can be very hard for us to add in things to our schedule. I get it, right? But that's where you need to really understand that when you're doing stuff that you love, it really helps you to just not concern yourself with, the time it takes, the time, effort, energy, all that stuff that it takes to put into it. You just really focus on it bringing you happiness in your life. And that's really what it's all about, right? We want to be happy. When we're happy, we have a little bit more energy, right? When we're depressed and we're sad, we don't really have energy to do anything, nor do we even really care to do anything, right? So that's why find a hobby that you really like, right? What's nowadays is fantasy football season. That's one of my big hobbies. It's a really good way for me to, get to fill my time with things. It's a great way for me to build relationships with the guys at work. Gives us something else to talk about as opposed to just work, right? So that's a really cool thing that I found myself to get into. Like I said, Tina's got her puzzles, right? She's also actually for her right now is not really anything because she's started a new job, so her schedule is just bonkers right now. But find a hobby that helps you sort of take your mind off the daily hustle and bustle. For me, it's fantasy sports, right? For Tina, sometimes it's puzzles. For you, it could be something else, right? Maybe you like to play sports. Maybe you want to go for a walk. Maybe you collect the orange leaves, right? Maybe you collect Pokemon cards. That's a really cool thing too. Collecting bottle caps, right? Nobody collects bottle caps anymore. Who am I kidding? If you collect bottle caps, definitely come back and tell me about that because I haven't met somebody in years that collects bottle caps. But definitely, that's it, right? Finding a hobby just gives you more excitement, gives you something else to look forward to as opposed to just coming home to, cleaning and cooking and going to sleep and doing it doing it all again the next day. Number 5, work on a side project. Right? For me, I actually love what I do. I sell essential oils on the side. I have my work that I go to every day. On the side, I sell essential oils, right? It leads me to making these amazing videos that I love to make. I love talking, and it's just, I love talking, and I love giving benefits of essential oils. So, this, for me in front of camera is just a great way, for me to express my whole thing, right? But that's it. Find something that helps you, right? If it's something, one of the leading causes of divorce is not enough money, right? One of the biggest problems in people's lives is that they don't have enough money. So work on a side project, right? Find something that you can do on the side, right? That doesn't interfere with anything that you're currently doing in your life to make a little bit of extra money on the side. For me, I am really happy with what I've got coming in, right? For me, it's more than enough that I can ask for on any given Sunday, right? So that's why I do it. I do it because I love talking. First of all, I love talking, right? I love teaching, but I also love essential oils, right? I also love telling people about how great essential oils are. So for me, it's not even really, a business or a hustle or anything that you want to attach, any adjective that you want to attach to it. Because for me, I love how essential oils have benefited my life. So for me to talk to other people about that, it's not even anything. It's like me talking to the guys at work about how the game went last night. It's not anything more that I need to bring up in conversation because it's natural for me. So that's why I love it. Find a side project that helps make you a little bit of money, and I can promise you that once you start making a little bit of money, it'll really help you to keep going. It'll give you that motivation to want to keep going, right? It's really cool to get, an idea in your head, but once that idea starts bringing in money, once it starts progressing you towards your goals, that's how it keeps you going. My last tip more than anything is essential oils, and I actually have a few blends here. The first blend is Citrus Bliss. And Citrus Bliss is a blend of citrus oils that just helps to promote happiness, right? Promote energy, to promote, those happy thoughts. And I talked about it earlier, right? When we're thinking happy thoughts, when we're happy to be alive, we are by default more energized. When we are depressed and we're not happy to be there, we are by default less energized and do not really even care to look out for the things that are going to make us happy. So that's why I love the Citrus Bliss, using it throughout the day. I love putting it on the collar of my shirt. That way I can have it, as a scent throughout the day, and I don't have to worry about it getting on my skin or anything. And also, as I sweat, kind of creates its own natural diffuser, right? I love it. My next blend here that I have is Easy Air. And Easy Air I actually use for a specific reason because I like using this one when I work out. And what I do here is I just rub it right on my neck, right like that. Give it a little massage. And what the easier blend does is it helps to open up the airways to allow for clear breathing. So when we are doing our workout, right, and we get that, right, that wheezing feeling, right, like we haven't ran in 10 years, and we're like, wow, this is really taking me down a notch. That's where I love using the easy air, just to help open up the airways. And you know, it may or may not stop that wheezing noise, but it's definitely going to help a little bit. My last blend here that I have is Balance. And Balance is actually I use for two specific reasons. One, it's the grounding blend from doTERRA, so it helps to ground you at the end of a long day, right? When emotions are high, tensions are high, and you need that little bit of a grounding, right? Also, it helps to promote focus and concentration. So when I'm working on my side project, when I'm finding a new hobby and I need to be focused and concentrated, that's where I love using the Balance. I love using that one actually on the bottoms of my feet. If you're familiar at all with reflexology, the bottoms, all of your organs in your body are connected through the bottoms of your feet, your hands, and your ears. And that's why I use the bottoms of the feet. That way I can just help, ease all of my organs in my whole body, all in one convenient place. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you'd like a free sample of oils just to get your hands on a little taste tester before you make a full-on commitment, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and an even better week, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.